What's up? What's up? What's up, folks? Good evening. Hope everybody's having an awesome Thursday. What's going on, sports fans? How's everybody doing? Let's give the folks out there a couple of minutes, man, to get into the room and settle in. Couple of minutes. How's that? How's that heat treating everybody out there? Man, we got out early this morning, did some moving around, Mom and I, and we've been housebound ever since. All right, we're at that 3 minute mark. I want to welcome everybody, man, to another episode with Mom and Papa Joe. I've got another awesome guest, and I'm really looking forward to chatting it up with this young man. Every time he puts the video out there, man, I'm really, really excited. Can't wait to watch it. I think this young man is going to be an awesome content creator before we all know it. So the gentleman I'm speaking of is Joe Miller of Killer Miller Q. I'll be bringing him on in a few minutes, man. I just want to thank everybody once again for tuning in. And hey, get ready for another awesome hour plus of some great conversation, man. Bring all your questions to Joe, to Killer, and we'll get them answers for you. Without further ado, man, here's the man of the hour. My man Joe Miller, Killer Miller Q. What's happening, brother?
What's up, Pop Joe? It's good to see you, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Man, it is my absolute honor, man, that you accepted the invite. I've been looking for this to this for a while. You know, we spoke about this I think a month ago, and we've made it happen. What's happening, guy? How are you doing? Ash kicking Q.
Ass
What's the
kicking.
word?
Thanks for coming
Yeah,
over, ass kicking.
yeah, yes,
I'm
sir.
doing.
Lance Sleeper. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Guy, what's happening, man? And Daddy Dutcheye was the early bird today. Restore Grill Eat Complete. All right, that's a new handle. I will definitely have to stop in and check him out. Restore Grill Eat Complete. All right. How are you doing, buddy? Looking
I'm
forward
blessed,
to
man.
it.
It's a good day. Good
Yes,
day for
yes.
me.
Man, life is good. Let me finish hollering at these folks. Brian's in the chat. All rise. What's happening, baby? TM, Trumpet Master, in the house. In the house. Really looking forward to it. My man Keenan, In the Smoke with Keenan. Looking forward to it. So, gentlemen, I ran into this guy on YouTube. I don't know, maybe 2 months, 2.5, 3 months ago. And of course, I subscribed after a couple of videos because I just don't subscribe to be subscribing. I've really got to, I've really got to enjoy your content. So after I watched a couple of videos, I said, all right, this is going to be one that I need to have in my library, so to speak. So I subscribed. Joe, this is your first time on the show. I don't know if you've been on somebody else's where some of these folks have gotten a chance to hear from you. But introduce yourself to the folks, man, to the Mom and Papa Joe audience.
I am a rookie, man. So you get me first. This is gonna be a
Here we
highlighter
go.
right here. We're gonna put this
Here
right
we
here in the
go.
archives and start it off. We already off to a good start. I'm Joe Miller with Killer Miller Q. I reside now here in Gilbert, Arizona, originally from Toledo, Ohio. Big shout out to everybody there in the 419. And other than that, man, I'm just happy to be here. You know, my passion with cooking and everything has kind of grown, and it's been a miracle journey from literally get a chance to meet with you, and there's everything that kind of keeps coming since we just started creating. It's been nothing but blessings and positive everything.
Man, that is awesome, Joe. That is great to hear, man. And like I said, I'm honored. I appreciate you accepting the invite. Like none of these guys know you. I know of you. I don't really know you, so this is going to be a first. I understand that you're married. I think you mentioned, I don't know about married, but at least you have a daughter. I think you mentioned a daughter on the telephone.
Yep,
Talk
no,
to us.
you're right.
You family? You got
Yep, you're
family,
right.
Joe?
Yep, you're right. I'm married, got a little one, almost 4 years old. I'm surprised she
Okay.
ain't ran in here yet, truthfully. She usually cut in towards the back end of my video as soon as the tasting comes. I done taught her well.
Yeah. Hey, she know what the good stuff
She
is,
know what's
man.
up. Oh
Yeah,
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 she came out the womb ready to ride.
yeah. How long you been married, Joe?
Man, I knew you was gonna put me on the spot and make me have to
Yeah.
go
Oh,
back
you
into
know
my
the deal,
timeline.
man.
5 years in, man, but I've been rocking for a long time.
All right, 5 years, man. We all start someplace. You started with five. I started with one day, but hey, nevertheless, man, glad to hear. How does the wife feel about your barbecue passion?
You know what? I'm glad you kind of asked that because I figured you would probably ask me kind of more or less how I got started and some of that. To be
Oh, we're
honest,
gonna
man,
get there.
yeah, we'll get there. But you know what? It ties right into this question. She was probably the number one supporter of somebody out there pushing me to actually go out there, start creating content, pushing me to actually go out there. She wants me to try to compete. Just been one of the number one cheerleaders in my ear the whole time. And truthfully, if it probably wouldn't have been for her, I probably wouldn't even have went ahead and did it.
Well, man, we've spoken on that subject several times on this stream. If your significant other is not behind you, if not
Makes it tough.
supportive of you, is not going to enjoy what you're doing, chances are you are not going to be doing it very long, or you and that significant other might decide to go in opposite direction.
Or you
So,
ain't gonna enjoy it.
yeah, yeah. So having that support, man, is number one. And I think that's what's gotten me to this point, man. Mama backs whatever I do 100%. She's our number one sponsor. When the sponsors aren't giving us money, I know I could come to Mama and get what I need. So you've got to have that number one sponsor, man. And I'm glad to hear that the wife is behind you 100%.
She definitely right there, man. Cutting vegetables, holding the camera on the back end, the whole 9 yards.
How does she feel about getting in the videos?
You
I
know
have
what?
not seen her. I have not seen her in a video.
Yeah, no, you know what? She probably shyer than even me. If I wasn't barely about to get in front of the camera, I deal with people all the time, but normally it's always face to face. So it's
Yeah,
natural
yeah,
once we
yeah.
get going. But I was never really want to do a whole lot of the social media or any of those type of the things. That all kind of started new with the platform. So I think she'd probably be even more nervous getting out there than I was initially. But she enjoys her part in it and being the backbone. And literally, I'm usually bouncing all my ideas off of her, whether she listening or not, every day.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I don't think Mama waits for me to bounce anything. She'll bounce things off of me.
I get a
Whether
lot of that
yeah,
too.
whether I like him or not, man. My man, Ricer's in the house, man. Dead broke. Let me holler at a few more people, Joe. Uh, just ran into Ricer a couple of days ago, man, in North Dakota. I watched his videos, but I've never met him. And there, we bumped heads at the event a few days ago, and it was an absolute pleasure. Javon, welcome, baby. How are you doing? Let's see who else we got. Judge is in the house. Hey, Judge, what's going on? All right, man. So, where are we going? All right, Joe, what's your background? What do you do for a
So
living?
I'm in health and fitness. Long term, I was always a personal trainer, so I trained for years. Had a gym in North Scottsdale. Once I moved out here to Arizona, right now I work for NASM, so I help gyms across the country get their personal trainers and kind of get them their education and set up their staff.
Okay, sweet, man. I notice every time I watch a video, you've got on the little tight shirt and showing off uh guns and everything else. So I kind of figured you were into that.
I didn't do push-ups before we get started.
Yeah. You
That
back there
club workout.
curling and
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
you
that
back there
club workout. You
curling.
gotta get
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit in real quick.
Yeah, I feel that is awesome, man. Now, now there's some people who get their experience as they think about becoming a content creator. There are a few people who gain that experience creating content. When you decided that you were going to create a channel and start putting content out, how much experience did you already have?
You know what? I was somebody that cooked regularly already. I was the baby in my family, so I was kind of the one that was left in the kitchen with moms. So I always paid attention to and I like to eat. So, as soon as I kind of got my own place and everything and kind of got into adulthood, you want to have your own grill, you want to make your own steak, you want to be a man, blah, blah, blah. And, over time, I think it was around the time the barbecue pit masters got in there, they kind of got me wanting to do the competition stuff. And I moved out here towards the west and I started hearing about brisket because I never heard about that back in Ohio. And I thought as much as I like beef, I probably like making something like that. So it became just a challenge for me to try to get it down. So it was something that I was doing as a hobby. I would always do something on the weekend. Even when I was training, it would kind of just be all right, now what am I going to cook this weekend? What am I
Yeah,
going to make
yeah.
for the game? So on and so forth. But definitely since I've been creating content, now my mind is, instead of just doing the same old things that you like, now I'm starting to open up more and find other cooks, find things that sound interesting, find some more challenges for myself.
And that is an absolute must, man. If you're looking to grow your channel, you're gonna have to step outside your wheelhouse, your comfort zone, more often than not. Because your subscribers are gonna get tired of the same old brisket, ribs, and chicken.
Right.
So you're gonna have to shake things up, and sometimes that might mean coming to the stove or firing up a propane burner or something to 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 braise something or something along those lines. I know for a fact that that has helped us quite a bit. The fact that man, we've cooked on everything. I probably did videos on 10 different pits, not counting videos in the oven, counting videos on the stovetop inside the house. So it's definitely a hobby or a
It's an
a
infection.
choice. Yeah, yeah. That you step out your wheelhouse and you gain a lot of experience. So, at what point did you figure, man? You know what? I think I've got a knowledge base that's sufficient for me to go out there now, starting to. I'm confident enough to show the public what I can do.
Well, I guess it kind of goes back to that week in, week out cooking, and then more or less having friends over, watching games. I'm a sports fan, so we usually always kind of doing that as you get to the weekends, definitely in football. And it was them always saying, man, I would try to make competition chicken or something like that. Let me see if I can put together a pork box or this, that, and the other. And I ain't had nowhere to compete other than in my backyard, and we was
Yeah.
gonna sit there and eat the whole thing anyway. But I thought it was fun. I wanted to see if I could just do it. I like the process of it and everything. And they was always the ones, and my wife always continuing to push and say that was something that I should go for. And it was even to a point like, in my job and things like that, people knew, oh, if you got questions about your grill, if you got questions on how to smoke, you want to know how to do that brisket, go talk to Joe. Go to, they
Yeah,
actually call
yeah,
me Joe
yeah,
Briskets at work.
yeah. That is awesome, man. I enjoy hearing that. So I am the gathering that you're pretty much self-taught.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Between that, parents and stuff, I
yeah,
started in
yeah,
the
yeah,
kitchen first.
yeah, yeah. And man, I tell people all the time, there's no reason why you should not be willing to try something. You know, with the growth of social media, man, the YouTube, the TikToks, Facebook, everything else, there isn't a protein that you can do a search on in
You
YouTube
can't find it.
and not come up with something to give you a starting point. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
So
totally agree.
there's no reason why someone should be hesitant, should not have the confidence to want to start, to want to try to cook something, man. And that wasn't always the case. That wasn't always the case. I'm here to tell you, I didn't create my first YouTube account until last year.
Really?
Yeah, until last year. Prior to that, I remember watching YouTube, but not cooking or anything. A YouTube video might just pop up on my news feed or something along those lines, and I go watch it. But I didn't know that there was an actual community, of cooks. And over the years, as I'm competing, I've had people like you. I've had people that say, "Hey, man, you should take that to YouTube. You'd be good on YouTube. You could sell your classes on YouTube, the whole 9 yards." And I never really uh, took that to heart. I never followed up on it. And when COVID hit in 2020,
Yeah, give
uh,
everybody a time.
that was the opportunity. That was the impetus that I needed, man. The impetus that I needed to go create a channel. And man, I have not looked back. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, man. And at this point, I'm kind of consumed by it. I spend quite a bit of time just looking at what's going to be the next video. What's
Yep.
going to be the next video? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yep, totally. It's a nice
So
hobby.
yeah, oh, it totally is, man. So I'm always looking to make the videos better, to cook something different. I love first time cooks. I love first time cooking this protein or that protein, or first time trying something new. I get
Mhm.
excited about that. So I am always looking for something new. Uh, what where do you get inspiration for your videos? What protein are you going to cook next? What made that protein come to mind?
You know, I figured along the way, based off of just trying to have a consistent rhythm of putting out videos, and pretty much what I usually do right now is once a week, more or less on Sunday mornings, my plug. Uh, Pretty much what ended up happening and starting more or less for me was it felt more comfortable to kind of like, all right, maybe I should just write out a bunch of different things, cooks and things like that I know I wanted to do. And then over time, maybe I should wait and actually, figure out, time of the month, different things. It's Easter, ham sounds good. You get around 4th of July, people like seeing ribs or something like that or whatever have you. And then kind of more or less trying to plot things more strategic that way. But I pretty much literally just threw a big word bank out there because things I like to do, and kind of like yourself, I consume it a lot. I kind of something that I do a lot in my. I was already doing it before I used to watch a ton of different YouTube videos and cooks and stuff like that anyway. But now, when I get my free time in the sauna, maybe doing cardio or something like that, I watch a lot of different content. I see a lot of different things on Instagram. And then kind of like you said, it gives you a starting point. You see different ways that people might have attached it or attacked it. And then I kind of think, well, okay, now how would I want to do it? How am I going to put
Yeah.
my spin on it? What do I want to do? And how would I make it a little bit different? Or what would I want to bring to light or whatever have you? And that's usually kind of what I go to. Next protein for me is going to be chicken.
Awesome, awesome. And I use a lot of what you just said. Too give me ideas, so that's a part of my inspiration. I love cooking shows. I love
Mm-hmm.
restaurant shows.
Same.
So Commercials. I'm not the biggest fan of commercials, but man, I've gotten quite a bit of inspiration, ideas for videos just from watching commercials. We started a competition team in 2012, and a lot of the things that I picked up and made my own, I found them on cooking shows. So now I can't watch TV without somehow relating what I'm seeing, especially when it's a cooking show. I cannot watch that cooking show without relating some of what I am seeing to what I can do here in the house. How can I
Yep.
tweak that and make it mine? How can I adjust that a little bit to suit my needs? So those are the types of things, man, in the past I have gotten inspiration for different cooks. You
The
know,
other thing
I
kind of going to that you were saying that I kind of see too, it's like seeing commercials, seeing magazines, things like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
any type of
yeah.
food stuff. The other thing I take from that a lot of times is the presentation. You know
Oh
how
yeah.
much it matters so much on those thumbnails and that very end and so on and so forth. And then sometimes you might have a great cook, but if you put it in there and it looks like slop at the end, it only goes so far. So just knowing like, oh, let me add this last little bit to make it stand out and to really present it the right way at the end so people can really take it in from the beginning.
And I will tell you, man, that's a great point you brought up about those thumbnails. And it wasn't until maybe 3 or 4 months ago that I really, really started paying attention to those thumbnails.
Mhm.
Uh, and I will tell you, there's a gentleman that hit me up, and I get hit up a lot by Messenger or whatever the case might be. People want you to pay; they'll get you subscribers.
Yeah.
Well, there's one gentleman who said, "You know what? Your videos are pretty solid, man." He said, "But your thumbnails are weak. Your thumbnails are weak." He said, "You adjust those thumbnails, you can get some. You'll get some more views. You'll get some more subs." And he tried to get me to sign a basic contract. He said we'll go for 6 months, and all he would do was thumbnails for me. And what's the word? When
The
they try to
analytics stuff.
oh
They
man, I can't think of the words. Uh, but where they'll put your videos out there along with some
optimize
other
it.
stuff. Optimize. There you
There
go,
we
my
go.
man. He would help me with optimization, and I didn't know anything about all that. So I went ahead and I researched and whatnot. Uh, and I'm a cheapskate, especially
I'm
when
with
you
you.
hit me up. Yeah, especially when you hit me up out of the blue.
You don't
It's
know if you
one
can
thing if
trust everything.
yeah, exactly. It's one thing if I reach out to you, but
Yeah.
when you reach out to me out of the blue, man, I'm hesitant.
Yep.
So I was like, you know what? I am good. I am good.
It's a
But
learning curve, that's for
yeah,
sure.
he was pretty strong in terms of selling himself. So I say, hey, man, how about I see what you can do for 4 videos? I said, 1 month, and I kind of talking. I said, I mean, I kept breaking him down in terms of price. He was at $80 for 1 month. I was like, so finally I said, hey, $50. I said, I'll PayPal you $50 right now, for 1 month, 4 videos. At the time, I was doing one video a week. So he agreed to that. I PayPal him $50. I can afford to lose $50. And the first video, man, he took it and he sent me like 4 different thumbnails, and I was like, "Whoa, is that my stuff?" Because
Really?
I just been putting out average thumbnails. I was like, "Whoa, is that my stuff?" And then I saw what he did in terms of optimization,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, and I was like, "Wow, that's pretty cool. That's interesting." So I wrote him for those 4 videos, and at the end of those 4 videos, I was like, "Hey, man, I'm
Appreciate
good. Yeah, I'm good. I appreciate it. And they helped. Those 4 videos really helped. But
I'm
now
learning.
now I understood what I needed to do. And from that moment on, man, I really started paying more attention to those thumbnails and the little bit of optimization that I do. And I had seen a huge uptick in terms of views, in terms of subscribers per day,
Yep.
etc. So if you're out there listening, man, take the time to really, really amp up those thumbnails. It's going to be a huge difference maker for you.
You know, something else I'm gonna throw in real quick since you're throwing out there some good knowledge for people to take in that's kind of getting going. Something recently that I learned where I was shooting myself in the foot early on. I would take a lot of time initially on because half of the time, you know, I went through my cook. The last thing I'm doing, I'm laying up with my girls, and I kind of naturally get that last bit of editing done, and then I kind of send it off to get uploaded, and then it'll kind of get uploaded through the night. And then I will figure, oh, I'll get back and I'll get in there and I'll clean up and make me a thumbnail. Then I'll get in there during the week and one day when I'm not working, and I'll do my tags and I'll do this, that, and the other. And I didn't know how much that matters on that algorithm. Within that first 48, it starts analyzing your thumbnail, your tags, your description, everything from the moment you hit upload. And
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
something
yeah.
I had to learn. And once
Yeah.
I started to
Yeah.
make them moves, I think I've seen a little bit of an uptick, at least with maybe getting some of that early promotion and maybe getting hurt, you know, that early jet stream that I haven't got, but it looks better. It seems better.
Those first 2 days, man, I think are just so important to how well a video is going to do. Because after those first 2 days, you know,
So then,
for the most part, yeah, for the most part, things start to slow down. You know, things start to slow down. Folks, if you haven't yet subscribed to Killer Miller's, uh, I'm dropping that link in there, man. You need to go subscribe, check out this channel. Jeremy says, Joe is a rookie, but he's like a young Kobe Bryant right out of high school. I totally agree, man. And I think he's sandbagging a little, calling himself rookie.
hey man,
He
you
is
ain't about to get me
sandbagging.
out there in the ring and beat me up.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know better.
Smoking Joe, what's happening, baby? How are you doing this evening? Good to have you
Big
in,
Joe.
man. Yeah, good to have you in. Folks, if you've got any questions for Joe, man, don't hesitate. We're going to continue to try to drop the little knowledge that we have. Let's see. Let me try to keep up with this chat. I don't want to fall too far behind. Joe, if you're not aware, man, this is Killer Miller. This is definitely someone you want on that next round of pit masters of YouTube.
The next.
Yeah, yeah. This is definitely somebody you want to see. All right. Jeremy knows Killer Miller. I got a feeling because
And you gotta be careful, man. Every one of my characters ain't savory.
yeah, well, I saw you had one that claimed you had a possum recipe.
Oh yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
it was muskrat. So what's up with the muskrat recipe? Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Give me.
Do you look for a specific weight?
Hey, I was gonna say, yeah, I got some country family, man, but I had to send him back to double quick for that.
Yeah. All right, Joe. Mom is asking, who has, if or do you have one? Who has been your biggest influence in the barbecue/social media world? Whose videos do you go out there, man, and you want to make sure you watch every one of them from start to finish because you know they're putting out good info?
Man, kind of like you were saying earlier, I am a junkie at this point. I swallow it up, and I've been like that for a long, long time. Right now, as far as like just some of my people that's close to me, I got my crew, Black Smoke Barbecue, which is a group of brothers that I actually connected with early on. And like I said, it's been nothing but a blessing since I got started, and a lot of the positive connections like yourself that I was able to make from getting started. Basically everybody came together with one to be able to kind of just share knowledge, bounce by things back and forth off of each other, and be able to kind of support each other. A lot of them have been in the game a lot longer than I have been in, so a lot of them maybe have sponsors or a lot more info along the way. So we wanted to be able to use that as a spotlight to be able to kind of support each other, but then also to maybe kind of get something like we got on now, where we'll be having some more stream casts where all of us is on live. You get 8-9 people talking barbecue and just kind of hanging out, something that maybe we don't always get to see from a different crowd. So definitely I watch and support all of those guys. There's so many more, you know, along the way. When we get my Lone Star, you know, you literally start scouring for content, trying to watch any and everybody that's got one of those just to kind of think if it was worth the investment, if you like what you got, blah, blah, blah. So I watched a ton of people that had the Lone Stars, but I tell you what, you actually were one of my early inspirations as well. And it was before I got on with YouTube again during COVID. And I remember sitting back, and again, always I literally fall asleep. Now that I understand some of this stuff, I done fell asleep a million times on YouTube and gone through Joe's catalog or somebody, or Baby Back Maniac, or T-Roy Cooks, or one of those guys, and probably watched almost every video in their collection while I was half asleep the whole time. But and gave them every minute of the subscribe too. But that's normally what I would do. But I'll never forget. I was sitting down, I was watching with my wife, and I'm watching my shows towards the weekend like normal. And I was watching a live Traeger cook, and you came on there. And my first thought was, and I remember initially my first pellet grill, I had a Traeger. And I was thinking like, wow, this is the first time I've seen a brother on Traeger. I've never seen him before. Pretty much I've known a couple cats, and I can't say that I had been submerged deep into the culture as much as I've gotten now, but pretty much just from watching Pit Masters and stuff. And I got a ton of family in Iowa, so I love me some Big Mo, and since he was over there in Iowa and everything like that. But I was like, wait a minute, I need to find out some more about him, and he out in Texas and so on and so forth. So, it's kind of crazy how things come full circle, because I didn't even start a Facebook channel or a Facebook page or anything. I started YouTubing in November, and I started a Facebook channel in January. And I think me and you connected within the first 2 months of me having my page. And from there, it was always kind of like you was looking out. So I really appreciate that. So actually, I put you right on up in there with anybody else and before. Uh-oh, did I lose you? There we go.
All right, we're back, man. Sorry about that, folks. Connection issues.
Look like I might have froze up.
Yeah. We're good. I think we both disappeared for a minute. All right, we're back. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're back and good. So you were
so
just talking
probably
about
some of that got cut off, but long story short, you did a lot, and believe it or not, it was instantly an inspiration to see you out there cooking for Traeger. As well as then I was more interested to try to find out some more things that you've been doing.
Well, awesome, man. I appreciate that. And that question was definitely not asked trying to elicit that type of response. But I absolutely
because I never got to tell you that, actually. Yeah, so that's the first timer.
I totally appreciate it. What's happening? JB Barton is in the house, man. Let me play catch up. Let me see if I'm missing any question. All right. Dead Broke just got to press record. Let's see. So mama's mama's a salesman, a saleswoman.
I like mama. Mama all right with me.
Mama sells harder than I do. I kick back and I try to let my and at times I guess I can be a little too laid back in terms of selling myself.
I'm the same way.
I try to let my actions and my deeds sell for me, but mama will get out there and she'll reach out and touch you.
I appreciate you, mama.
She will get it done, man.
Miller Q.
Yeah, Killer Miller Q. Killer Miller
Q. QUE.
Yeah, and once again, folks, I'm gonna drop it. Hit that link, man. Go out there, subscribe, and you're gonna enjoy some awesome content. You're going to enjoy some awesome content. Let's see. Jeremy says one of his favorite videos of Killer Miller Q is fire management. So helpful and so crucial to the cook. I totally understand. I totally agree. I watched that video myself. Folks, I don't care how old, how long you've been in this game, how much experience you think you have, you can always learn something from the newest of cooks, from the babies of cooks. So don't ever think that you've got this thing figured out because you do not. There's something to be learned. All right. The way you're used to doing something, hey, maybe there's a better way. Not that the way you were doing it was wrong, but something that offers more benefits. So, yeah, I'm always looking for new ideas. So yes, I watched that video and I took some notes, man. Awesome. And right to piggyback on that, how many different pits do you have? How many pits are you cooking on?
So I got a Lone Star offset.
Yep, I've seen.
I got my Weber kettle. I got a Green Mountain. Gotta have a kettle, right?
Gotta have a kettle,
Gotta
bro.
have a kettle.
Gotta have a kettle.
I got my Green Mountain pellet grill. And I actually got, and I haven't done cooks on these yet, but one of them will be coming up real soon. I got a smaller kind of a tailgating version of the pellet grill from Green Mountain. I believe they switched it over to the
Okay,
Ranger
okay.
or something like. No, not the Ranger. That's the Traeger. I forget what they call it
That's
now.
Traeger. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
their smallest model, but it's a nice size, small pellet grill that you can actually travel with or tailgate or whatever have you. And I also got a Blackstone.
All right, sweet. Oh, dude, I've been in the market for a griddle, man. I'd love to do some griddle cooks, but I need some something specific, man, because of the lack of space on my deck.
Mm,
I've done videos on near uh, at least 10 cooks. I mean, videos on at least 10 pits. You know, everything from offset all the way down to the Weber kettle and everything in between. Lots of different Traegers. So, and I think
love it.
again to grow that YouTube channel, you need to cook on different things. You know, not everybody has a Traeger. So if you're consistently doing videos on Traegers, you'll reach a certain segment of the YouTube community, but you're not going to reach those individuals. So I think you need to mix things up, you know, the offset, the pellet, the Weber, whether it be a Smoky Mountain or a Weber kettle, but just mix things up, man, to try to grab subscribers, to try to grab fans with who have different pits at their at on their decks in their backyards.
Totally
So
agree.
now in terms of the format of your videos, do you think are you trying to entertain, tutor, teach? What are you hoping to give the folks out there?
At the end of the day, if we're gonna create, I hope I'm entertaining to some degree, But I'm pretty laid back like yourself, so I'm not really somebody that's gonna get out there and start dancing just to kind of get some views or something like that to get in. So it's just not, it don't fit my personality, man. It's not me. So if anything, I guess with my background and everything, when I wanted to get into it and kind of what inspired me was looking for all that Lone Star content, struggling and making a horrible brisket the first time and then watching other people and then learning how to do it the right way and then teaching other people, much like as I'm training somebody or personal training or whatever. So I like to think that my videos, I always like to say I'm giving tips and tricks to help people level up in their backyard smoking and grilling. So I like to be more of a teaching type of a style.
I'm totally on board with that, Joe. That is exactly what I try to do on YouTube in our videos. You know, I've got a fairly extensive uh, instructor slash coaching slash teaching mentoring background. After 21 years in the military, you know, just about 15 of those years were spent in jobs where I was a coach, a trainer, a teacher, an instructor. And then retiring from the military, I taught in public school for another almost 9 years before I committed to barbecue full time. So it was just that instructor in me. And again, the encouragement from a lot of the folks out there, hey, man, you know, your class is awesome, man. You should take it to YouTube and see what you can do. And I'm not going to lie, I do not miss teaching public school, but I did miss the instructional portion. I did miss, you know, sitting in or standing in front of folks trying to put out information in a manner that people are going to understand. Uh, and Joe, you know, I tell people all the time, just because you know how to cook doesn't mean you know how to instruct cooking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
You know, there's a bit of an art, like anything else. There's a bit of an art to instructing. You know, can you put out information in a manner that 90% of the people out there are going to be able to take
Digested.
in, digest it exactly. You know, anybody can say I'm doing this, that, the other, but if you're not telling them why you're doing this or
Right.
how you're doing this, you know, you're just talking.
Agreed. I think
Yeah,
them
you're
years
just
of being
talking.
an instructor
Yeah,
helps out a ton with that.
I really do. And you know, once you know, it took me a couple of 5, 10, 15 videos before, you know, I I I was comfortable. The thing about the videos, Joe,
Yeah.
you don't get that immediate feedback. Like if you had students in front of you, I can immediately gauge. All right, these guys are picking up what I'm dropping.
Right.
They're picking up what I'm putting down. But with these videos, you don't know what is going on in terms of the feedback you're going to receive until you start getting those comments or those views or lack of views. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
So it took me a minute to just get that inside my head and got a little more comfortable under in front of the camera, man.
Agreed.
How do you think you went about that?
I
Are
agree
you
with
at
you.
that point now where you're totally comfortable in front of the camera?
Yeah, I was already comfortable speaking in crowds because I do
Yeah,
it through
yeah,
work and working with people, much like you said, and always being an instructor. I'm used to, controlling the room or whatever, having giving instructions and making that, digestible for a large audience, no matter what background or who I'm talking to or who in front of me. So I was used to that, but I wasn't used to that. I wasn't used to doing it on YouTube. I wasn't
yeah.
used
Oh
to.
yeah,
At the end of the day,
yeah,
too, anything that I'm gonna do and I'm put my name behind it, I want it to be right. So if I'm gonna put something and I'm gonna immortalize it in stone and put it out there to be recorded and kept forever on social media, or in general, I want it to be right. So it was something that initially I think I had to kind of get out of my own headspace with it. And then I think even when I sometimes see some of my older videos, which I mean at this point it really wasn't even that long ago, but looking back at some of those early ones, you just see yourself way more tight. I didn't
yeah.
smile
Oh
enough.
yeah.
That
Oh
wasn't me.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Normally I got a smile on
Yeah.
my face unless something is
Yeah.
really, really wrong. But I can tell by looking at some of them early videos, I was
Yeah.
more concerned about making sure I did the right content and I figured out how to use the camera versus actually just going ahead and doing what I do. So now I
Yeah.
kind of feel like, especially once I lay out my cooking, I know what I'm going to do. It's just about nailing it and I feel good about what I'm going to do and the people that's going to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, uh, do you? I know when I sit down and said, okay, I know what the next video is going to be. I don't write out a script or anything, but man, I storyboard inside this big head. I kind of get in my head step by step what I'm going to do, what I'm looking for, what I want to show. And when I go hot with that camera, man, I kind of have an idea exactly. I kind of have the timing, everything down. It may not be written down, but it's up here, and I'm able to stick to that, man, almost 100% for most cooks. It's not very often, and I'm not saying to brag or anything, but man, every once in a while we all have issues doing a cook, but I don't have those issues very often because I kind of just have a nice storyboard, man. I understand what I want, I understand what I'm looking for, and I have a decent idea how to get it. One of the things I've got to work on is those few instances where something doesn't go the way I want it to, and man, it just pisses me off, and I'm ready to shut cameras down. It doesn't happen very often. I'm ready to shut cameras down, man. But Mama's usually there, man. Mama's always the voice of reason. Hey, let's just finish it and we'll see what happens. And for the most part, things work out, man. Yeah, for the most part, things work out. Are you fairly even keel when something does not go your way during a cook?
Yeah, that's a forte of mine, man. I like to be even keel all the time. So I'm usually right in the middle all the time. You can usually count on me being the same person day in and day out. So luckily, that's one thing I always kind of believe in is like, when you cooking, like you said, I like to be organized. So I kind of got my idea exactly what I'm looking for, what I expect to go. But I mean, once you get started, man, you don't know what's going to happen. Something might change up. You might find something cooking faster than you expected. It might be the conditions outside. It might be the meat itself. It might be, more fat in it, less fat, more striated, whatever have you.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I believe like, you have that plan and that's kind of what you guideline. But then after that, part of cooking is, I mean, you still got to be cognizant. So most of the time, if I mess something up, it's usually because I done sat back and started having drinks or I'm paying attention to the game or I'm doing something else. Most
yeah,
of the time
yeah,
when I'm doing my cooks, I'm respectfully locked in because I know I want them to make sure they come out on the back end. So I'll be somewhat baby and nose compared to maybe if it's just me in the backyard, I might get to chilling too much.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I do believe though you do got to make sure that you're ready to pivot in a moment's notice.
Oh, without a doubt, man. You do have to be able to adapt, overcome, because you can salvage a lot of things that go wrong.
Oh yeah,
Uh, I,
especially if you see it.
I have figured that out. I still just got to get through my head that because I am sometimes willing to take an L. I because I feel like, oh, you know what? I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do it again tomorrow to get it right. So I don't have a problem eating the L, man. If it's something that really bothers me.
I
Uh,
agree. I agree
yeah,
with you on that.
yeah,
Sometimes I know I've seen people's channel where they've had something happen wrong in the cook, and they tell you, "Hey, this is
yeah,
what happened." I respect
yeah,
that because you
yeah.
people
Oh,
get
I
to learn
totally
from it
do.
and
Yeah,
stuff too.
yeah,
But
I
I agree
totally
with you.
do.
If it was
Yeah,
me, would I tell you, or would I
yeah,
go ahead and
yeah,
clean it up? I'll
yeah,
probably clean it up,
yeah, yeah,
and I tell you
uh,
about it afterwards. Usually, that's what
yeah,
happens.
yeah. Gorilla Joe says his presentation needs some work. That end product. I'm telling you, Gorilla Joe,
Mine too.
because my thing is every video, minus brisket and pork ribs. Most of our videos, 90% of our videos are dinner. Mom and I, we don't eat a lot of brisket, man, and that'll probably change as uh, our competition events continue to drop. If we're not competing as often, then we're not messing around with brisket, ribs, and chicken. At some point, I can see my appetite for those things returning. But right now, because of competition, we cook them so often that, man, we don't want to eat them.
Right.
So the things are like beef ribs, flanking ribs. Those are the types of things that mom and I'll do for dinner. And we often do them in quantities where we're able to share with the neighbors. But most of our videos are dinner. And now,
Same.
early on, I'm a fan of hot foods. So after we did that final presentation and whatnot, I was not so much pressed about that thumbnail, that picture, and I'm getting that Gorilla Joe. I wanted to eat that platter of food, or spoon off a portion off of that platter into my plate and go eat while it was hot. But man, as of 4 or so months ago, Joe, man, I've been taking the time to arrange and to make sure, and I will get 15, 20 pictures, different angles, different
Yep.
ways to try to come up with that as close to perfect. I don't have a photography background, so I struggle with lighting. I love the idea, man, that you use a lot of natural lighting.
Yeah.
You use a lot of natural lighting. And at some point, I might try to just go into the middle of my yard. I've done it a few times, and I've been happy. But for the most part, man, it's just so damn hot that it's
I
hard to
know.
do. Yeah, it's
I
hard
know.
to do. Yeah. So when we're outside, 99% of our cooks are under our covered deck,
Gotcha.
and that immediately caused some lighting issues.
Mm-hmm.
Hot spots, whiteouts. So I still struggle with lighting. I don't know if there's a class I can take, lighting, photography, just basic, man, to really kick that up a notch. How do you feel about your equipment, your lighting, etc.?
I agree with you. Initially when I first started doing my videos, I was doing a lot of my initial prep and stuff like that in the house. And I feel like I would hate the way lighting would look in the house. It kind of give me that basement kind of feel or whatever. I feel like it didn't look that new. And then plus it was a lot of work, always trying to make sure
Yeah,
your background was cleaned up and you had everything the way you wanted, let alone you was cooking and you was eating and you was
yeah,
living in your normal life for the day
yeah,
too. And then having to turn around at the end of the night more or less to get ready for that shot, it was just a little bit more work. And I said I wanted to invest and look into some kind of an outdoor table and take advantage of the natural light, the backyard, stuff like that. And I feel like it would give it a little bit more of a natural feel of just hanging out with me in the backyard while we cooking. And once I went to being outside, I loved it. Truthfully,
wow.
I wish I can get more of my cooks done actually when it's still bright out. But at the end of the day, it kind of fall where they do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally understand. Ash Kicking Barbecue says thumbnails are so key and audio. Nothing will turn me off from a video
Very true.
faster than poor audio. I've gone to watch some videos, man, and I've turned up my speakers 100%. and I still can't hear. You know, during editing, you've got to understand that. You've got to see that. You've got to hear. If you're editing and you can't hear yourself, you know, I will watch a video that doesn't have perfect video quality
Yep.
much longer than I will watch one with poor audio.
I agree.
Because man, I need audio. I told somebody earlier, even when I'm watching an Asian video, they're speaking in Chinese or they're speaking in Vietnamese. I still have the audio on. I cannot put it on mute. I still need to hear them, you know, talking.
Yeah, it goes
Yeah,
with it all.
it goes with the video. Exactly. So if you have poor audio, man, I'm gonna struggle. And we've got several cooks you know, that I follow their channels. And each time I go there, man, you know, I don't want to sound critical, but I nicely try to let them know. I say, man, your audio is lacking. You know what I'm saying? I want to support, but man, if I can't hear you,
Can't help you.
you know, I can't help you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to support. So ash kicking barbecue is totally correct, man.
agreed. I still actually use. I know you was asking me about equipment and everything. I actually use my cell phone. I shoot off of that. Um, you know, talking with some of the other guys that had a lot more equipment than me, I feel like if I can get away with it, I want to just stay with the phone.
Oh
I
yeah.
like being able to edit and do everything directly off my phone. And it sounds like once you start getting into the cameras, it's a whole nother level of learning that I'm gonna have to do. And I'm not
It
ready for that, along with spending to always
yeah,
try to keep up
it
with
totally
everything else that
is.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
need.
it totally is. You know, we bought a cheap Canon, and it does the basics. Uh, but I just don't see me going out there spending grand on a quality camera. I don't know what
Nah.
3 grand will get me, but the fact that I will not understand or have the skill to properly utilize that camera
Hmm.
does not make sense for me to go buying it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Totally.
even with these cell phones right now, these
I
cell
can't
phones
keep up with that.
yeah, they're fairly I mean, they're highly technological. You know what I'm saying? So
Totally.
I am still not getting all I can get out of my cell phone. So there's no need for me to go spend that kind of money just yet. If
That's
I ever
pretty much
was to
what I
take
thought.
some sort of photography class, I totally understand. I totally know that our videos, in terms of video quality, angles, lighting, we still got big time room for growth. And I think those things are going to come with time. You know, we've got cooks out there, man, that hire editors. They've got people filming them while they're cooking, and that takes a little bit of pressure off. Especially if you've got people that know what they're doing. In the meantime, we're going to continue to do what we're doing, man, and make the best videos possible. And then
Always.
we're just going to creep up incrementally, man. You know what I'm saying?
I agree 1,000,000%. I'm 1,000% with you. And here's something else I thought about myself personally, and just kind of something that I wanted to do. And it's no slight to anybody else in the way that they do it, because I believe there's always space for everybody to do it their own way. Um, First off, I like the quality. Obviously, kind of like you saying, I know there's still a lot of things that I could do to improve it to make that even better. And before I even think about spending no money, I need to maximize what I got. But I
Yeah,
do like
yeah.
that it's all in one. But I want to keep the feel of the backyard. I want to keep the feel of it's just me with a camera, man. This ain't that special. I don't really want to be in a production studio where I'm so far away. You ain't just chilling with Killer Miller Q, and we ain't just out there
It's the
cooking and
Food Network.
exact. I don't want.
Yeah,
I'm not Bobby Flay. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie to
yeah,
you. I
yeah,
got a Weber. It's right over here. That's real. You know, this ain't just fake. It ain't all props. You know, I like the actual feel of it being real. So while I did recently just upgrade my phone, but it was more just from a part of just needing to do that. I think that'll be about as far as I want to go. On top of just maybe trying to sharpen up my skills.
yeah. Totally. I totally understand that, man. I totally understand that. Let's see what we got. So, if you're having a dignitary, you're having Sam the cooking guy come by your house, and you want to impress Sam the cooking guy. What protein are you going to put on the grill? What is your go-to protein if you want to impress some folks?
You know what? I would have said, "What does he like?" We can mix it
Yeah.
up. I'm not afraid. Whatever Sam like, we can put it on the grill.
Yeah.
That's what we gonna do. You know what though? I did say, and I remember you commented and you said you liked this that video. I say now my beef ribs is gonna be my go-to
Bruh.
when I got company coming.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
normally it would have been everybody gets hyped and want to have some brisket. They want me to make brisket
Yeah.
because it's hard for a lot of people to get it around my area, or maybe they can't find people to do it right. So normally that's what I would have said, and we can do some different things with that. But after nailing a good beef rib, no, that's the one.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing but the brisket on the stick.
Yeah. And again, I can definitely handle a brisket, but the fact that I'm not going to enjoy eating it, it
It's a
will
lot of
not
meat.
be my protein. But man, if I'm having somebody special coming by the house, or 5 people special coming by the house, I'll probably pull out beef ribs 3 ways. Some
Mhm.
dinos, some beef back finger ribs, and then maybe some flanking. So all beef ribs, and I'll go to town because that is something that I enjoy. So that is my favorite protein to cook.
I'm
That is
with you.
my favorite protein to cook. I'm here to tell you now, man. I've watched so many of your videos on that Lone Star, and I've been talking for over a year now about getting an offset for the backyard. Because I want to include more offset cooks, but I don't want to have to go in the garage, hook
And
up the
pull out
truck
that
trap,
jambo.
pull out that Jambo
That thing
for
pretty,
for
man.
yeah for thanks, bro, for a brisket or for 2 racks of ribs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've got an offset being built, and I think it's going to be pretty special. And it'll be here.
I want to
I'm
see it.
hoping, yeah, I'm hoping in September, man. And I've
See, I
got some
remember you
big
telling
things.
me you had something coming. You ain't
Yeah,
tell me you was getting something built.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
So I can tell you
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. And just a heads up, man, on that offset, I'm going to do a series, uh, a video series. I don't know, maybe 12, 18 videos, but I'm going to start from cleaning and seasoning,
Mm-hmm.
all the way through, man, to zebra meat, to cooking zebra. I
Yeah.
mean, so it's going to be an A to Z series of videos. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna tell my
Yeah,
cousin to come out there and
yeah,
check
yeah,
you out. You make sure you get him some of that
yeah,
muskrat.
yeah. So that is to come. Yeah, that is to come. Let me see what else. All right, all right. So, folks, if if you're just joining us, we appreciate you guys stopping in. Let me go through. Ricer, what's happening, baby? Uncle Steve, I hadn't hollered at you yet, man. Gorilla Joe says, I love watching as much as I possibly can. Love all the small channels on the grind, and then the big channel with the awesome production quality. I totally understand. I totally agree, Gorilla Joe. Man, I every time I watch those small channels, I'm like, all right, these guys know what they're doing, and with time, I know they're gonna get there. And then I go watch the large channel, with the quality camera, the multiple cameras. Some of them got three different angles,
Yeah,
that they're shooting. They got a production crew, you know.
they in
Uh,
business.
yeah, it's a business, And when you've got all those subs, man, you're getting all those views. There's a nice little chunk of YouTube money coming in,
I'm
that
sure.
adsense.
I don't know
So
nothing about that yet.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can afford to, we're not there, but the little bit of money we get, man, really, really just gives me that drive. I said, man, if with this many subs we're doing this,
Hmm.
I can only imagine if we can get that many subs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How much better things are going to be. So once you become monetized, man, and you start seeing that little check, that little deposit grow each month, you're going to be like, wow, man, if I can stay on this grind, we can make something happen.
I'm
We
starting to
can
see
make
that.
something happen. So that's one thing I definitely want to say, man. We're not a large channel by any means. We're monetized, and for what we've got in terms of sub, man, we're doing nicely. But it only gives me that motivation for what can be. Yeah, for what can be. So for all these small channels like Mom and Papa Joe, stay the course, man. Just stay on that grind. Try to make each video just a little better than the next. And there will come a point in time when you're able to afford the better cameras, when you're
Yep.
able to maybe hire somebody to do your editing on the side. That time will come. But in the meantime, do what you got to do, stay on that grind, and it'll pay off. Yeah, it will pay off. Who was that? Joshua, what's happening, man? How are you doing?
There we
Tom,
go.
what's happening,
Cleveland,
buddy?
Ohio.
Yeah. Hey, and I forgot to tell you, Joe, Mama is from Cincinnati, outside of Cincinnati, a
I
little
think I
town
remember
called,
you telling me
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You talk
Hamilton.
about small world. You said you
Yeah,
played at Central State, right?
yeah, I was at Central State, man.
My
Yeah.
brother played basketball at Central State.
Okay,
I'm
sweet, sweet.
from, and like I said, I'm from Toledo.
Yeah. All right, so we got a little something in common, man. Let's see. We got corn dog. I don't know what the
Corn dog.
KORN. Yeah,
Oh
corn
man,
dog.
you got all the killers and dealers up
Dude,
in here today.
these new folks got to be brought in here by Killer Miller,
I
man.
know a
We
few of
appreciate that.
these.
Yeah, folks, I want you guys to tune in every Thursday night, man. And holler at us. Let's share this information. I know you guys got some awesome info. Eddie, what's happening, baby? How are you doing?
That's Big Eddie, Black
Yeah.
Smoke Barbecue.
All
That's
right.
another one.
I need to talk to you about Black Smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So when we lost connection, I guess I froze. You were good, according
Oh,
to
cool. At
us.
least they got the
Yeah,
story.
yeah,
It was all about you.
yeah. Let's see. Just trying to play catch up. Jeffrey's in the house. What's happening, baby? So once again, folks, if you haven't yet, hit up Killer Miller Q. You need to subscribe to this channel. Papa Joe approved. Papa Joe approved. All right, Joshua's your boy, man. Let's see. So true, ass kicking. If you ever stop wanting to learn, you might as well just go crochet something. Now you still got to learn how to crochet. So yeah,
You never stop learning in
yeah,
life.
you never stop learning. Trumpet, man, stop it. Stop it. All right, and don't forget that competition is still going on. Folks, Mom and I were gone. I watched the videos. I did not comment on any of them. I voted, but I was busy. So I did not even comment. But yes, I did vote. Don't sweat it. Wow, look at that. Influencing folks. Bishop's Barbecue says Killer Miller was instrumental in choosing of his smoker. All right.
That's old
So,
Roy.
folks, that's
What's
what
up, Roy?
happened. That's what's happened,
I
folks.
like hearing stuff
Yeah.
like that.
When you're doing something good on a smoker, teaching them how to do it, people want to get that smoker. Absolutely. Dead Broke says, there's always a different way. Just find the way you like best, babe. That's why you just need to see different ways and you pick and choose.
Techniques.
You pick and choose. Yes, sir. Ricer's in the house. Hey, Ricer, you and I need to hook up, man. We need to sit down right here one Thursday and make this happen. Barton, Mama was asking, what is your go-to protein you want to impress guests? Like if I'm coming to your house, I know you're going to want to impress me.
No doubt.
You're going to cook. Yeah, you better not say a wiener. Panchuco's in the house. What's happening? What is happening? Let's see. Now, all right, there. I lost the chat for a little bit. All right, folks, I'm just trying to play catch up. Just trying to play catch up. Panchuco's always out there looking for alcohol. Panchuco, do you go to those meetings? Yeah. He's always out there looking for something special, man. Folks.
So you got some rare bourbon.
Yeah, he got him some good stuff, man. You know, I'm not much of a bourbon guy. but I'm definitely a cognac
I
guy,
was about to say
man.
you a yak man,
Yeah,
right?
I keep mine. Yes, sir.
I
I
nearly
I
forego I nearly forego my workout today just to get down with you.
yeah.
I decided to stick to the script.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, Panchuco, he found it locally. Today he rode 200 miles looking for it. My goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, my goodness. All right, Dead Broke says he's got some knowledge that he's willing to share. I will definitely take you up on that, buddy.
His
Yeah.
production always looks great.
Oh, it's okay, awesome. I definitely will. What's up, Darnell? Welcome aboard, man. See, Darnell always
Yeah,
hops in
yeah.
about at the 50-minute mark, then wants you to stay on for another 45 minutes so he can get his yapping in.
You want to keep the party going.
Yeah, yeah. Sleeper, you know the deal. And that's probably one of the reasons I will not do a whole lot of videos on my lawn. Because man, that I'm not gonna mess up that golf course. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess that up.
He said that golf course.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna be trashing that. That's another reason. Gorilla Joe, those flies. You know, last year, uh, I got a call to do a Traeger live in the backyard, and it was in the middle of the summer. And man, I hated having to tell them, there's no way I want the cameras in my backyard right now because the flies were just horrible.
Ridiculous.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, they were just ridiculous. They were just ridiculous, man. And some years it's better. Like this year is not too bad. Yeah, this year is not too bad. But last year was something ridiculous. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, from beginning to end, Keenan. From beginning to end.
That's Keenan.
Yeah.
Another black smoke
Yeah.
barbecue guy.
Guy says some cooks don't make the cutting room floor. uh hey, that's so true. Starving pig. If you can't make yourself heard, nobody will follow you in the military. Yes, sir. Tom, shut up. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Shut
that was a
up.
good phone for the
Yeah. Oh
record. That's
yeah.
one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Corn dog is absolutely correct. Nowadays, man, you don't need an expensive camera, all right, to get the shots. I've watched some awesome videos that are done on the phone.
And these phones is
You yeah.
$1,500
Oh
nowadays.
yeah. And once you get a handle on all of the different features, man, you can make something happen. Yeah, you can make something happen. Ash Kicking says he filmed on a cell phone for a very long time and recently switched over to a camera, still using the phone for the thumbnails. I'm with you. I get 95% of my thumbnails from my cell phone. Every once in a while, I will clip a shot out of the video, but most of my thumbnails are right out of my cell phone. Yeah. Guy, man, see again, this is where I need some help because a buddy of mine, I saw a lighting box in his shop, uh, and I thought about it, and I said, you know what, I'm going to get one, and I got one, and man, I don't know how to use it. You know, I don't know how to use it to get the best of it. So I haven't really taken any pictures in it outside of the first couple of attempts, but I need to learn how to use a lighting box. If I do, I think it'll be another great addition, man, to my arsenal, my toolbox. And the
Yeah,
lighting box I bought comes with 5 or 6 different background colors. You know, so based on your protein or whatever it is that you're cooking, you can adjust it to get the prettier pictures. But I still don't know how to properly use it. So that is some work. Joe, mom is asking, what is your most challenging protein? And I don't know what she means challenging, something that you struggle with or something that you cannot afford to look away or you got to stay on it. But is there a protein that you think is challenging for you?
You know what? Knock on wood, I don't really have a whole lot of challenges. Everyone brings a different challenge, you know what I mean? But I don't really struggle cooking anything. I'll say this though, to kind of answer that question, it was newer for me just recently when I did that salmon, and that was one of the first time I actually did, like you were speaking on, like loving to do something for the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
That was my first time actually smoking salmon on the grill. And
Okay,
that one, so
okay.
I would say it wasn't that challenging because it actually came out the way I wanted it to and everything. But I was a little nervous going through it
Yeah,
at
yeah.
first.
Man, and like you know, even if it's something new, I'll do some research and then gather information, the best information I can find, and then start building that storyboard in my head. You know,
Yep.
my first whole hog uh on camera, never done one before. But man, knowing how meats cook at what temperature and when something is done, I just sort of put it together, and man, it was a success. So
I
I
can't wait to
like
try that.
you. Yeah, like you, I don't see them as challenges. You know, each of them come with their own individual uh uh little wrenches that you just got to get a hold
You
of,
got to work
and you'll
around.
be straight. Yeah, and you'll be straight.
Definitely
Darnell
want to try a
said,
whole hog.
"Yeah, oh man, it's a beautiful cook." I've got a suckling ordered, a
How big?
20 to 25, because this one I want to do on a rotisserie. That Weber rotisserie I bought, I don't know
Uh
if
huh.
it's I want to say they maxed out
You got
in
to
terms
squish
of
that little
weight.
homie.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock the head off.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know,
and
sometimes, man, you get them sucklings, man, the head be
yeah,
bigger than the body.
yeah,
They be
exactly.
turning me off.
I'm gonna knock the head off. But I want to do this one on my WSM. You know,
Okay.
it wasn't until after the fact that I realized that the rotisserie attachment fits on the WSM. I think it's going to be a great cook. And again, I've been storyboarding that, man, because I'm going to be trying to work on that crispy skin, that
Mm-hmm.
chicharron, and I've got an idea how to make it happen. It's a theory, and the only way to find out if it works is to do it, man.
You
You know,
gonna wait? You said you gonna put on there and get that rotisserie on it. I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
see
oh
that
yeah,
one.
yeah. I
I want to
definitely
do
will.
mine, and I want to do it old school. I want to do a whole lot more research, and I want to build me a cement pit in the back with
Okay,
bricks,
yeah,
and then I want to be out there all night shoveling coals.
yeah. I ain't burning up my grass. Yeah,
I
yeah.
got rocks back there, so
Okay,
I got a
okay.
small plot of grass. I
Yeah,
won't have
yeah,
it over there.
yeah, yeah. All right, you've got some Lone Star Grillers in here for life, man.
Yeah, Dead Broke's a
Yeah,
LXG guy. I
yeah,
follow him in his group as well. Dead Broke, you make sure you follow me too, man.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Again, hit up Killer Miller, folks. Hit up Killer Miller, man. Go,
Zebra.
yeah, go and subscribe. You're gonna be better for it. Yeah, Judge said zebra is a little tough. You need to marinate or inject. uh Keenan says he's got over 1,700 subs, no production crew, and using his own money. Determination, man. Like I said, you
That's
got
what's
to
up.
be on that grind. You know, and like all of you out there, none of our subscriber numbers are going to grow as fast as we want.
Right.
You know, if we're getting 5 a day, we want 10. If we're getting 10 a day, we want 20. You know, if we're getting 200 a day, guess what? We want 400. So that's the attitude that we all need to have, and strive to make that happen, man. Yeah. Let's see. And another big tip, try to be consistent.
Yeah.
Try to be consistent, man. If you're going to be dropping videos, try to drop them the same day. Once you find a day that suits you, try to drop them on those same days. You know, there are studies out there saying you can look at your analytics, and it would tell you when the majority of your subscribers are on YouTube,
Mhm.
what day, what times of the hour, what are your weekdays in terms of dropping a video, because those first two videos are those first 2 days are very important. So take a look at those analytics, see what they say for you, and then try to do it. You know, a lot of people said it doesn't matter because they're going to watch it in the next couple of days or whatnot. Man, those first 2 days are important, man. You know, that's when that algorithm is finding you and trying to tuck you in someplace where you fit in, as opposed to that prolonged watching. So take a look at those if you haven't yet.
CJ, I got a quick question for you. You bring that
Okay.
up. Something that popped in my head. And I can't even remember off the top of my head because when I'm on my cell phone, I don't think I normally see it when I'm uploading the video. But when I look at it on my laptop and I'm actually in studio, what category do you upload your video under? Because it's like how to, or
Yeah,
I feel like they
yeah.
don't got a
There you
good
go.
one.
Yeah, I'm a how-to.
Okay, I
Yeah,
think I'm in
I'm
the
a
how to as
how-to
well.
because you know I look at all of the majority of our videos as tutorials. I'm going to show you how I do this.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I did choose how to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the same. I feel
Yeah.
like there isn't no cooking one actually.
Yeah, there isn't.
Surprisingly.
I think like the cooking categories are like an afterthought.
Yeah,
You know,
it's in there with gardening
it's
or
not.
something like
Yeah,
that.
it's not like a feature. Yeah, it's like an
Surprise.
afterthought. Yeah. Trumpet says he thinks he's reached 200, but haven't checked. But he does it all on his phone. Well, if you have Trumpet, congrats, man. Yeah, congrats. So many angles to make money in barbecue just to find your little niche, man. Your piece of the pie. So true. So true.
Seeing that.
Yeah, that is so true. Guy, totally, man. Beef
The
ribs
beef
are
ribs.
great, man. Yeah, they are great. Yeah, they are great. Let's see. Dead Broke says, I will never let someone edit my videos. Yeah, Dead Broke Barbecue is my baby, built in my style. And you know, I totally agree with that. Because when I'm shooting that video, man, when I'm filming that video, recording that video, I've got an idea what I want to see in editing or when I'm done editing. You know what I mean?
You
Now,
know what
if
you're trying to say.
yeah, if I'm handing over all that raw footage to somebody else and I'm not there looking over their shoulders, you know, I would really think that it's gonna be a significant amount of differences in that finished product versus what I want to see. And I don't know that that's true, but I just feel that way. So I don't know that I would be ready to let somebody else edit my videos. And if I was gonna pay somebody to edit, then I'd probably be right over their shoulder, telling them, pissing them off, telling them what I want. You know, so I don't know how well that would work. Yeah, I don't know how well that would work. Now, what I
That's
would
part of my
really,
fun too.
yeah, yeah, what I would really love to really get to understand some of the different features of my editing program, because man, I stick to the basics. You
Yeah,
know,
same.
I've got no formal training in editing. I just picked the editing program out of the blues, and I'm learning as I go. Yeah, I'm learning as I go. So, but that's where we are. Let's see. Jeremy says that you give the beginning cook confidence to smoke any protein to perfection, and that's what it's
There
all
we go.
about, man. That is what it is all about. Yes, sir. Ass kicking said he let Reister do. So Reister is doing double work. Oh yeah. Hey, Joe, just dude. I'm a jerk fan. I'm a jerk
That
aficionado.
wasn't hot enough for you
Yeah,
then. I already
yeah,
know.
yeah. I'm a jerk aficionado. Matter of fact, that is what I cooked for dinner today, and it wasn't a video. It was just dinner. I did jerk chicken, a jerk chicken stew, and I like it with white rice. And Mama made some fried cabbage to go
Okay.
alongside it.
Yeah,
Uh,
that jerk.
yeah, but dude, the next time you do jerk, I need you to make that Jamaican pepper sauce. onion and
I
pepper
saw you
sauce.
said that you thought I was about to
Yeah,
put some of that
dude, I
together.
was waiting for that, man. And like you, I'm not able to find Scotch bonnets
Scotch
very
bonnets,
often.
yeah.
You know, there's one place that I will find them occasionally, and when they do, I'll buy a pound, man, and freeze them because they freeze well.
Okay.
And then pull them out as I need to. But I can always find not habaneros. I can't find Scotch bonnets, uh, but I can always find what's the other one?
I use habaneros in the video. I know that's a close one. Then they got a couple of them,
Yeah, all right.
serranos. It's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
habaneros.
Nah, it's habanero.
Yeah.
I was thinking of jalapenos, but it's habaneros. Totally true. I love jerk. Yeah, that was an awesome video, man. That was authentic.
I
Yeah,
tried my best, man. We did a
yeah,
whole
that
we
was
was
great.
watching Jamaican videos all
Yeah,
week trying to
yeah.
get that.
Dude, I same here when I first started, man.
Yeah, I was trying to
Yeah,
make sure I got as close as I could.
yeah, yeah.
I want to represent on it.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna buy Darnell a camera. The hell? I need to talk to you, mom. uh
It's that wine.
yeah. Dead Broke said this is why he cooks indoors. He hates flies with a passion. I totally understand. Yeah, I totally understand. Today, mom and I did our first short. Because of the travel, we did not have time for a second video or anything. We were tied up. So I wanted to do I've been thinking of a short. And before we left for this trip, I'd picked up a jackfruit. I had picked up a jackfruit. And my intention today was to try to prep it using some natural lighting. But the minute I pull that jackfruit outside, jackfruit has a strong aroma, a
Brought
earthy
them out, huh?
aroma. Yeah. The minute I pulled it out, man, those flies started buzzing. I took it right back inside. Said, "Nah, we're gonna shoot this inside." So I knew what was gonna happen. Yeah. So be on the lookout tomorrow for our first short. I don't know how well. I'm not the biggest not trimming, but processor of a jackfruit, but an interesting piece of fruit, man. Let's see. Trying to get to the bottom of this chat. Check out Killer Miller Q, folks.
Appreciate
Awesome.
you, Darnell.
Trumpet, I think a suckling is less than 20 pounds. 10 pounds, man, if you're cooking a 10-pounder,
That's all bone.
yeah, that I guess that's for an individual. Yeah, because how much of that is bone and other inedible tissue? So I want to say a suckling is less than 20 pounds. But if we look at it in terms of truth, if it's still on that teat, it's a suckling. If it's off that teat, it's not a suckling.
Right.
But I want to say 20 pounds. Yeah, 10. Man, yeah, you're wasting time. All right.
I don't want to cook a whole daddy.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do with all the meat, but
the biggest I've done is 60 pounds.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, I did 60 pounds in my La Caja China. On my 1300, I will stick to that 40 to 50 pound range. It fits perfectly because I prefer to do them butterflied as opposed to racer. Now when I do this one on the rotisserie, it's going to be racing style with that belly closed up. All right, Dead Broke said he's subbed, man. Awesome. Corn Dog says, I want to see Joe cook some bison, some smoked swordfish, and some vegetarian meals as well.
I told you I done got a couple vegetarian requests.
Yeah, like
some swordfish.
There
goes some challenges.
I really like to cook what I want to eat.
Agreed.
Like I said, yeah, outside of brisket and ribs and pork ribs. They're awesome. People love them. They get lots of views, but I still don't do them very often because It would just go to the neighbors for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I've had smoke. I've had swordfish before, and not the biggest fan.
I've never even
Man,
had it.
yeah, I would love to do more seafood videos. You know, even though our subs aren't fans of seafood videos, I will still throw one in there periodically.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Just for
like
diversity.
yeah. And I figure at some point we're gonna have enough sub man to where you know, maybe 5-10% of our subs are gonna enjoy that seafood video, but we're not there yet. But yes, I love seafood. Mom and I do seafood quite often for dinner, and I would love to do more videos of those cooks. Bishop wants to do a deer. Yeah, I've had some tasty deer, but the few times that I've tried cooking them, they didn't come out the way I wanted. And this isn't on video. Uh, so I lack a little knowledge in the game department. Are you a fan of game meat?
Nope. I'm straight down the middle, boring.
Yeah.
I was laughing at my cousin with that
Yeah.
muskrat. He already know I ain't
Yeah.
happy.
He said I'm straight super
I'm
boy.
straight. This is from when I was young. This had
Yeah.
nothing to do before I got into fitness or any of that. I
Yeah.
was scared of the pig feet. I was scared of the
Yeah.
chitlins. I ain't want nothing to do with it. If it didn't look good, smell good, I can't
Yeah.
do it.
Trumpet. Tom says that 10-pound pig is called a pork butt.
That's all I was gonna say. You might as well do a pork shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never heard anybody cooking a pig that small, man. Yeah. He said it's all a pork butt. What's up, John? Welcome aboard, baby. All right. He said he meant 20 pounds or less.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He struggles with numbers. Yeah. He struggled with numbers. All right. Let's see. Robert, welcome, babies. STX in the house. Ed Dog, we appreciate it, baby. We appreciate it, man. Thanks for
Ed
stopping
Dog.
in. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Keenan says, all right, for the few review videos with his kid, he used blog how-tos.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Darnell, yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at, man. That editor may see things differently than the vision that I had, than my intent. Troy, what's happening? Troy said that chicken must have looked at you sideways to get you to call it a jerk. Hey, somebody else told me that, Keenan. Scotch bonnets are easy to grow. But again, that means I'm going to have to dig a hole someplace in my lawn.
In that golf.
And, yeah. And on that golf course, and that's not going to happen. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Robert, habaneros and the hot sauce for tacos. Come on, baby. I feel you. Nah, I love habaneros, man. Great flavors. You know, those Scotch bonnets are a little fruitier and they bring a little more heat, but man, they're not available year round. Yeah, they're not available year round.
I sure look for them.
Yeah. Trumpet, these guys are messing with you, man. It says a 10-pound suckling is a Cornish head. My man Andrew's in the house. What's happening, baby? Good to see you this evening. Jeremy wants to know, have you ever thought about smoking a protein or cooking a protein on one of those little picnic pits at the park?
You know, actually, I have a couple things. One, I wanted to do something where I was doing something away, and I'm gonna do that soon with that small tailgate unit that I got. But I did think about just doing something at the park because I always wanted to use them. But when I was younger, we wasn't gonna never use them grills because they was nasty.
They were always dirty. Yeah, they were always
dirty and rusted.
Yeah,
but
Jeremy, I'm gonna have to bring a power washer before I use one of those.
You know what I was thinking though? Maybe you just get one of them grill mats.
Yeah.
Put a grill mat down, you can go to town.
Yeah, my man Jorge 805, he did a video using one of those park grills. But
he don't care though.
Yeah. Yeah. For the most part, I don't mess with those things, man. Yeah, I do not mess with them. All right, Ash Kick and Q, we appreciate you stopping in, man. Have a great
Appreciate you, yo.
evening. Hey, he's glad he found your channel, Joe. That's
Th-
awesome.
Thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. All right, Starving Pig says odds are that Trumpet wins the comp. Trumpet wins the comp. We shall see. Yeah, we shall see. Let's see. We're getting to the bottom of this. All right. So, hey, yeah, I've had swordfish and it was lean, and I think lean as it was overcooked, so it was kind of tight. It was not pleasant. It was dry. So maybe if it's cooked properly, I could probably enjoy it. I'd give it a second chance. Yeah, I would give it a second chance. Judge is trying to get you to Indiana. He's going to get you some wild game.
And you know, that's out my neck of the woods. I'll be home in Ohio soon.
Yeah. Keenan has done ostrich burgers.
Keenan
I
do a
will
lot
tell
of
you,
different things.
Yeah, ostrich just does not look like something I want to eat.
I'm out.
You know, yeah.
I'm
I mean,
out.
ostrich look like it's just tough. Yeah.
But it stank.
Yeah. He said it looked like it stank. So yeah. So I don't know about ostrich. Yeah. And they look like they could hurt you with those big
I'm out.
big thighs. Yeah.
I'm gonna let them be.
Yeah, I'm not pressed. Yeah. I'm not pressed. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Get a flower pot. All right, there you go, Sleeper. I could probably grow them out. I don't know how big the plant gets, but I'll put them in a flower pot. All right, thank you much, Barbacoa Bandits. Just
Appreciate you,
subscribe to Killer
Barbacoa.
Mill Q. We appreciate you. Woo! Now, Fire and Steel, I enjoy heat, but man, it's got to be a heat. It's got to be a heat that I enjoy. You know, it's not going to be a heat that brings me to tears and have me dripping sweat. And it's going to burn going in and out, you know. So I'm not going to mess with no scorpion peppers.
That's that wall of fame pepper right there.
Yes,
you eat
sir.
that and get on a wall of fame or somewhere.
Yeah. Trumpet, have a good evening, man.
All right, Trumpet.
Stopping in. Yeah. Darnell says it's hard for him to use public grills because he used to extinguish those fires with piss. Yeah. So I don't know. I do not know. I know I won't be using one of them. Yeah.
Now you know I'm out.
Yeah, I know. Fire and Steel says some guys talk way too much. Yeah. Keenan's gonna hit up those ostrich necks. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Ain't nobody searching for that.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do a Google. I guarantee it ain't gonna be Keenan's video will pop up. Yeah, that might be
He's number one in the SEO.
Yeah. Andrew says look like a feather duster. Oh my goodness. All right, so folks, come August, Joe and I are going to be doing a series of collabs, man. And I want to say they're going to be 11 through, was it 14th?
14th, yeah, 11 through the 14th.
11 through 14th of August, where the format we're going to use is he's going to drop one video, or I'm going to drop one video, then he'll follow up with his corresponding video the next day. And then the third day, I'll drop a video, or he'll drop a video. And the fourth day, I will drop the corresponding video. So we really think you're going to enjoy this. I want you guys to stay tuned. We will send you periodic reminders. But Joe and I are looking forward to it. We think you're going to really, really enjoy it. We're not going to let you know what those proteins are just yet, but we're going to do them in time for the start of the preseason football. It will give you guys some ideas for those football parties that you might be hosting later on this year. Uh, Joe, do you have anything else, man, before we close out? We've gone a good half an hour longer than normal, man, because the conversation was absolutely awesome, and we totally appreciate it. What do you want to let those people know before we say anything else, folks? One more time. If you are not subscribed, if you haven't yet hit that thumbs up, you're not subscribed to Joe nor to Mom and Papa Joe's. We appreciate the support. Go ahead and hook it up.
Hook it up. That's the one thing I say is I appreciate you having me on here. I appreciate everybody that jumped on today to kind of see what was up and learn a little bit more about me. There's a ton of people that I haven't got to meet yet, but I've been appreciating everybody that's been reaching out. All the good comments and everything is motivating and it keeps us going and doing what we're doing. And I'm definitely looking forward to kicking off this football preseason with you and kind of giving them something different to kind of look at. All the sports fans out there.
Well, last thing. Corn Dog wants to see you and I cook some alligator, snake, and some shark. Corn
Oh,
Dog,
man.
I don't know where you are living.
They got some exquisite palates
Yeah,
around here.
yeah. I don't know where you're living, but I will come through and watch. Yeah, I'm an adventurous eater, so some of those I've had shark before. Yeah, I've had shark, I've had gator, I haven't had yet snakes.
I've
All
seen a
right,
lot of people
but
doing gator.
yeah. I've had gator. I can enjoy gator. I can enjoy shark. But hey, thank you very much, Robert. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys once again for hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe, hanging out with getting to know Killer Miller Q, Joe Miller. One more time, hit his subscribe button. You're not subscribed to Mom and Papa Joe, hit us up. Be on the lookout for a video. It's our first short dropping tomorrow. Then I will follow up with our full video on Tuesday. Killer Miller drops his video Sunday morning. Be on the lookout for those things. We appreciate your support. I want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and we will see you when we see you. Holla.
Peace.
Just stick around, Joe.